All right, back in the meth end of town. All fucking showered and shaved so my daughter will give me a kiss when I pick her up from school today. But the purpose of this video, if you read the title, is I wanna kind of review this Stokers fine cut natural snuff. Now, Stokers usually makes, or the stuff I've usually had by them is their long cut, and their long cut is extremely long, and this is by far my favorite dip. This is by far my favorite dip, with this being a close second. But yeah, so they also make a fine cut. Now, I'm totally not against a fine cut snuff. I snuffed fine cuts for many a year because that's all you could get, or all I could get anyhow. It's a little more difficult than the long cut, you know, just because it's fine cut. It's hard to explain, but yeah, like two of my all-time favorite snuffs are this one, Copenhagen snuff, and this stuff is like fucking sand. It's like so fine cut, but it's like, this stuff is history, man. This is like the first dip ever made. It's one of my all-time favorites. And the Skull fine cut wintergreen is also in that category with me, because we did that a lot when we were kids. And yeah, but you know, can't get that in Canada anymore. But it's pretty boss. But anyhow, so I'm gonna try this Stokers fine cut natural and tell you what I think. I've done a little bit of research on it, and what all the YouTube snuff reviewers say, from what I've heard, is it's supposed to smell like fucking aftershave for some reason. Like it's supposed to be like a cologne kind of smell. Copenhagen snuff smells like salty tobacco, you know, like that's it. Like, so I don't know what the deal is. We're gonna crack it and we're gonna see. So just fucking, oh, that's that sound. Oh yeah. Oh, there's nothing like the sound of a freshly cracked can of snuff. And we're gonna see. The presentation on this can is really nice. It's a nice, you know, nice photo of Bobby Stoker, a nice shade of red. They have a very classy look to them. But, let's see here. Okay. I kind of see where these people are coming from. It does kind of have a perfumey cologne kind of smell, but I don't know, the cut's really fine. It's pretty close to Copenhagen snuff. But now I've said it before, but the way you got to do this is a little different than the way you do long cut. You gotta, this is a fresh can, so it won't be that hard, but you gotta kind of pinch it, push it up against the side, get as much as you can. It's usually like not you know. You gotta go back a couple times. 3, it's the magic number. Okay. And fine cut snuff is messy. You can't avoid it. But damn. Yeah, like, look at that. This is a nice fresh can. It's nice and fucking juicy, you know? But okay. I kind of see where these people are coming from. It's got a real, oh yeah, definitely. It kind of tastes like when I give my uncle a hug, you know what I mean, in the 70s. But it's good. Nothing wrong with it. It's kind of nice. The thing with fine cut snuff is you get a lot of floaters. You end up spitting out half of your lip before you're done with it. So, but yeah, I like it. It's certainly different than Copenhagen snuff, for sure. Very different. This just tastes like salty tobacco, where this has a real kind of, yeah, like a cologne-y thing going on. But it's not bad. I've heard it compared to Grizzly fine cut, and I've never had Grizzly dip. They don't sell it in Canada, but so I'm not the guy to ask about that. But no, it's good. So yeah, that's my fucking review on Stokers fine cut natural snuff. I would give it out of 10, probably like a 6.75. You know what I mean? Like I would way rather dip the long cut, the wintergreen or the mint, but this is pretty good for a natural dip, let me tell you. Those who know. Those who don't fuck with it. Don't bother. Don't start dipping just cause, you know, I don't know. I've been doing it all my life, you know, on and off. And, it's really just another bad habit. But, there's a lot of myths that go around about dipping snuff. Like they say you get fucking rotten teeth and fucking wormy gums, and they say there's fiberglass in it, and it's all bullshit. You know, there's certainly no fiberglass in dip. If there was, like, you wouldn't be able to dip it because your gums would be ripped up and bleeding all the time. But I have good teeth. You know, I've never had any gum problems or tooth problems when it comes down to dipping snuff, you know. And you just gotta brush your teeth, man. Hygiene, you know, comes down to that. Simple fucking hygiene, you know. All those pictures you see, it's like, you know, it's certainly not good for you. It's certainly not a good fucking, you know, it's not like taking your vitamins or nothing, but it's not the horror. It's way better for you than smoking. That's for sure. You know what I mean? Like, the worst that's going to happen is you might get a little receding gums action, or you might, get like a lot of dips are kind of rough and give you a real burn. You know, I don't get a burn off this at all, but the wintergreen, you get a fucking killer burn off of, you know what I mean? But, no, it's good. 6.75. Virgin on a 7 out of 10, I would say. So, yeah. There you go. As promised, my Stokers Fine Cut Natural review. Thank you, Hillary Thompson. And I hope you're all well and good and feeling good and being you and being the best you can possibly be. Stay free, Be well. And I'll talk to you soon.